Hello everyone, this is Ashish and today we are going to discuss BARC previous year questions of what field? Heat transfer, number one, and number two, production. Like I said in the last one that I'm going to discuss the small topics at the end, but we still have two big topics, that is heat transfer and production. We are going to discuss all of them over here and you'll find out that you do not need to study everything. For example, let's start with heat transfer. You need to only study the conduction part. That's it. Conduction and radiation. Radiation, they did not ask a lot of questions from it, but just for safety, prepare your radiation too, because I know that they need a lot of radiation in BARC. I know there's a lot of application, so definitely study that part too, just for safety. But there were no questions asked from that part. Two or three questions were asked from conduction, Biot number, Fourier number, these kind of questions were asked. I'll put it all over here. And simple, a question like this has already been asked a lot of times in engineering services and a lot of times in gate examination. That is, you have to make a circuit diagram of this heat conduction. You can see it over here. Other than that, one question from pool boiling was asked and I left it on site, but you can study a little bit of pool boiling if you want to be extra sure about it. And that's it. That's all about heat transfer. What about convection part? See, you have already studied it before, right? Just revise your class notes, sorry, not class notes, revise your short notes or micro notes and go to this examination. But you have to practice the questions from conduction part from engineering services previous year questions and gate previous year questions. It will definitely help you. In this short time, this is the best you can do. And if you have more time, definitely study more. But this is the first priority. The first priority should be dealt with first. Okay, other than that, we'll get to production, and here also you'll find that you do not have to study everything. You do not have to study metrology. You have to study only metal cutting, and I've been saying it for a long time. Whenever people ask me what are the important topics from production, metal cutting, only that. And the best source of metal cutting is what? SK Mandal's question bank. That's it. You have to solve it. There's no other source. I have not solved engineering services previous year questions from that question bank. I just solved SK Mandal previous year question, and metal cutting is given the best way over there. Questions and answers both are given from all the examinations. The questions are compiled over there, only the important questions. You cannot get anything better than that. So definitely solve metal cutting from that. If you want to know what were the questions, rolling questions, angle of bite was asked. So in this question what I did was, you have to find out angle of bite, right? And you might be knowing that BARC written test has only optional questions like multiple choice questions. There is no numerical answer type. So over here I saw the answer like options and then I cross checked. You will understand if you attempt few questions like this. If you check the option, then you will get it. Here's one tip from my side. Whenever you are doing something like this, don't start checking from option A, B, C, D. Start from D, C, B, A. You will find the answer faster. This is just probability. Sometimes you might find the answer at A also, but whenever such questions some examinee or someone who is setting the exam paper is doing, they're probably going to put it at the end. Okay, so start from the end. That's just one tip from the double scientist. Coming to the next one, MRR. You have to find out MRR in drilling, another question of metal cutting. So a lot of people do not know that it is D by 4FV. How does 4 comes? Because half the rotation. You will understand if you study it properly from the question bank. The production part is very much, it is just theoretical, it is not conceptual. Understand the theory, understand the formulas, understand how to apply it and start solving the questions. No one can teach you that. Okay, so solve it from that. Some questions from drawing were asked. Extrusions also go through that. So little bit of forming you should have an idea, but other than that, metrology and all that you do not know. Non-conventional machining you do not know. Okay, you get a good idea. Now coming to casting, also in casting also basic casting, and here's the thing I found in BARC 2017 and BARC 2018 both, that they are repeating gate previous year questions in casting. It happened in 2017 too with me. I saw somewhere around 95, 96 number question repeated from gate previous year question, and in 2018 also I found that casting question was repeated from gate previous year question. So what should you do? You should solve all the gate previous year questions from casting. There are barely like 20 to 30 questions. Solve them all. You might get one out of it. And this one question was asked, heat affected zone will be more in which case? This is gate previous year question from somewhere in 90s. So go through it, find the answer, and you can always directly attempt it. Within fraction of second you have gotten 3 marks. Other than that, a question of solidification time ratio of 2 objects, I'll put it over here, were asked, and that's about it for production. I forgot one question. Okay, what's that? a question from welding also came, and what do you need to do over there? Simple metal deposition rate. A lot of questions like this has already appeared in GATE examination, so go through GATE previous year questions for welding and you just have been given the melting efficiency. Very old question, okay, have been repeated so many times in so many competitive examinations like ISRO also, ES also, GATE also, it keeps on coming. Melting efficiency is given, heat transfer efficiency is given, and you need to find out the metal deposition rate. That's it. So also practice some of these type of questions, because if you have practice of these type of questions, your memory, your mind already creates a pattern. Like this kind of question I'll attempt like this, so you'll be able to solve it within like 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. Okay, so that's another thing about production. Now coming back, how easy production became, because this is Torq 4712, man. I always make things easy. We need to crack this game. Research will be done later. I'll see all of you in the next one. Till then, bye. You can find my contact information down in the description box. All the questions I discussed over here will be given like full size screenshots, and that will be after the thank you screen. I'll see all of you in the next one. Till then, bye.